Buenas tardes. Can you hear me? Yes. I am not one to stand behind a pulpit. I'm not a reverend. I don't have y'all's voices. But I'm here representing the voice of the Latino people. Okay? So, Reverend Gardner, I need several prerequisites because I'm speaking to a beautiful room of white and black people. And I invited Latinos, and they were afraid to come. Because they say, and I get emotional, and I'm gonna try not to. In Alabama, it's an issue of white and black. Where are we, right? We talk about racism. Yes, racism must die. In order to have reconciliation, you have to have trust, right? You have to have facts and understanding. When we talk about Latinos, it's an ethnicity. We have beautiful black Latinos. We have Asian Latinos. We have European Latinos. Myself, I'm a hot chili pepper to the bone marrow. My dad was from El Salvador, my mom from Nicaragua. Somebody asked me, where are you from? And my reply was, I'm from everywhere. Because I was born in California, I became a person in El Salvador, survived the Civil War of El Salvador, then came to the States against my daddy's wishes, but my mom's support, because I wanted to survive, not get killed. And the ones that know me in the room know that I have a big mouth and I'm not afraid of talking. So if I stayed at home in El Salvador, we didn't have as much racism, but we had classism. And I was an advocate. I was blessed to be in a comfortable home with a physician as my dad, but I was an advocate of classism, of people in the farms, people in rural areas. So what I brought, when Carol said you have 5 minutes, I said, wow. So what I wanted to do in my representation and advocating for the Latinos in Alabama and the United States is the importance of language and the importance of facts. There's 21 other countries besides Mexico. So when you hear somebody speak Spanish, please don't make the assumption that you're from Mexico. There's now in Alabama, and since we're talking about Tuscaloosa, in Tuscaloosa, I believe now people from Guatemala are the largest percentage of Latinos in Tuscaloosa. In Guatemala, there's 21 native languages. I speak 5 languages. I think I speak English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, and I'm teaching myself Quiche. Because with my patients, when I speak to them in their language, just a few words, they smile. Part of reconciliation is the issue of trust, of actual facts and history, and you both elaborate, all of you, and people in the room elaborate beautifully. But the fact is, language is one of the things where we can have understanding. And until we understand that there's more than Español, not dialects, and there's indigenous languages, Quiche, Canjobal, Mam, from Mexico, Mixteco, Nahuatl. We go to South America, you have people in Peru, Brazil, they speak Falele Portugués. So if we need to be thinking about racial reconciliation, is we need to invite more of me to the table. I don't want to assume, but I think I'm the only Latina in the room. This room should be full of people. Football games, thousands. But when we bring the elephant to the room of race and classism, let's not talk about it. I retired from public health, not by age, but years of service, because my mouth was censored, that I couldn't talk, and my job was to talk about access to health, health inequities, health disparities. But when I brought the card of race, oh, Julia, here you go. And I go, how can we address inequalities and disparities if we don't look at the root of the problem? So I thank you, all of you in the panel. Carol, thank you for finally reaching me, because she said, you're the hardest person to get in touch with. And I said, ma'am, when I'm not in clinic, I'm interpreting, assisting somebody else, or trying not to argue and fight with others. And I am 5'4". I was told I'm shrinking, but I am a firecracker, and I'm here to try to represent the Latinos in the conversation, and thank you for inviting me.